thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make peanut butter blossoms. Peanut butter blossoms are my absolute favorite cookie. I love to make them because they are super easy, really delicious, and they keep for a really long time. Before we start out, I do just want to point out that this recipe does contain nuts, eggs, and dairy. It is also, however, free of gluten. Also for this recipe, we are going to be using the oven, so make sure that you have a trusted adult around who can help you out when it's time to do the baking.
Speaking of ovens, the first thing we're going to do is preheat to 350 degrees. We'll also need to gather our ingredients. We're going to need granulated sugar, peanut butter, 1 egg, and some Hershey Kisses. For supplies, we'll need 1 flat cookie sheet, a mixing bowl, 1 full cup measure, 1/2 cup measure, and a spoon to mix it all up with. Once you have all of your ingredients and supplies, you're ready to get started. Wash your hands and get ready to bake.
So the first thing that we need for peanut butter blossoms, of course, is peanut butter. So we are going to measure out 1 cup of peanut butter. And this honestly is probably usually the hardest part because peanut butter is very sticky. Pack it in there to pull. All right, cool. Now that we've got our 1 cup of peanut butter all set, the next thing we're going to add is the sugar. Now, the recipe says that you should use 1/2 cup of sugar. However, I like to use a little bit more than 1/2 cup because it makes the dough a little bit drier, a little bit less sticky, so it's easier to make into cookies. So we got 1 big old 1/2 cup of sugar. Awesome. And then the last thing that we're going to add is our egg. Okay, now that we've got all of our ingredients in our mixing bowl, it's time to mix it up. Dough is all mixed up, you can see that it's very sticky, and so that can make it kind of hard to mold into cookies. So what we're going to do before we start rolling cookies is we're going to put the dough into the refrigerator to chill it for a little while.
There's no rule for how long you have to chill the dough for, but I usually keep it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. While you're waiting for the dough to get chilly, you can spend that time doing other things that you enjoy, like reading, watching TV, or playing a game.
Alright, now that our dough is nice and chilly, it's time to get out our baking sheet and start rolling cookies. Now, because the peanut butter has a lot of natural oils in it, a lot of times the cookies don't stick to the cookie sheet too badly. However, you can make it even less likely to get messy if you use a nonstick pan or if you put some sort of coating on top of the pan before you roll your cookies. I like to use my little plastic nonstick sheets from IKEA to make sure that everything comes off nice and clean. So when we are rolling our cookies, we'll use the spoon that we used to stir with. Take the cookies, and you want to make them about a tablespoon. I prefer to make my cookies a little bit on the smaller side. That way there is a very high chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
Once your cookies are safely in the oven, set your timer for 11 minutes.
While the cookies are baking, this is a really good time to go ahead and get your Hershey Kisses ready. For every cookie we baked, we have to unwrap one Hershey Kiss. Alright, when your cookies are done, make sure you get a trusted adult to help you remove them from the oven because it's very hot.
You know the cookies are done when you see little cracks on the top.
While the cookies are still warm, we're going to take one Hershey Kiss and push it into the middle of each of the cookies. Now remember, this just came out of the oven, so it can be very, very hot. So make sure that you're very careful or you're having somebody help you so that way you stay safe.
I love to eat these cookies warm, especially with a glass of milk. If you have any extra cookies that you're not going to eat right away, once they cool off, you can store them in an airtight container. You can use the rest of the dough right away, or you can cover that and keep it in the fridge until you're ready to make more fresh cookies. And don't forget to wash your supplies. When I bake, I like to leave the kitchen cleaner than when I started. And there you have it. That's how you make peanut butter blossoms. Enjoy these cookies all winter long, or if you can, safely share some with a friend.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you had fun making cookies. Wishing you lots of health and happiness this whole winter season.